starting an online business has never been easier than it is today. With the growth of Amazon, eBay, Shopify, and other online retail platforms, anyone with $20 can start an online shop. If you're just starting out, you're not going to have a big warehouse or a lot of money to get started, and figuring out what to sell can be daunting as well. That's where dropshipping and dropshipping supplier directories come in. So let's get started first by understanding what dropshipping is. Dropshipping is another name for price arbitrage, which means you find low-cost products and sell them for a higher price. With a dropshipping business, you don't need cash or storage space. You just need to set up your online store, list your products, and focus on marketing and selling. It works like this. First, you find and source a product with a low wholesale price from a supplier. Then, you put that product on your store and list it for a higher price. When the customers purchase your item, you take that order and send it to the supplier. The supplier then sends the order directly to the customer, and you get to keep the difference. The great things about dropshipping: it's easy to set up a store. You don't have to worry about inventory. There's little risk to you as the seller. There are millions of products you can sell. It's possible to have a dropshipping business anywhere in the world. Now that we've talked about what dropshipping is, it's time to tell you the steps to get started on your own dropshipping e-commerce store. Ready? Let's dive in. Step 1. Figure out your niche. One of the biggest misconceptions you'll hear about dropshipping is that you can be successful in any niche, no matter how you personally feel about it. We hate to break it to you, but this is simply not true. Without a knowledge of the niche you choose, you're not going to be able to pick up on anything fishy about the products when it comes to pricing, the process, or anything else related. Picking a niche you fully understand will give you an advantage over your competitors, especially if they haven't invested the same amount of research or personal experience as you have. If you're struggling with how to pick the perfect niche to dive into, consider these steps. Number 1, identify your interests and passions. You probably already know this, but having your own business is not always going to be easier. You're going to feel like giving up, and it's going to be even easier to want to give up if you're not passionate about what you're selling. If you don't like fishing, don't sell fishing stuff. Number 2, identify problems that you and your niche can solve. In order to create a profitable business, you're going to want to find out the problems that customers in your niche are having and create solutions for them. You can check forums like Quora to see what consumers in your niche are talking about. Number 3, research your competition. Is the niche you're interested in oversaturated? If so, can they be beat? Is it worth beating them? Almost any niche you can think of is already going to have a group of people selling. Now, that doesn't mean you can't hop on the bandwagon. Just be ready for some competition. Number 4, determine whether your niche is profitable or not. Will you be able to get a good amount of money from your niche? Check sites like eBay and Amazon, and if there's not a lot of consumer traffic in that area, it might be an area to steer away from. But remember, above everything, there is no set way to find the perfect niche for you. Your interests will vary, and it may be hard to settle on a niche. But keep in mind that you'll learn more from doing than you will from planning. Pro tip: it also helps if you have seller's experience in the niche you pick, such as, you're a consumer in this niche yourself. You've already purchased things in this niche, you know what's good and bad about them, and how you can make them better. You've witnessed other businesses in this niche rise and fall. You see the mistakes that they made, and you try to avoid or fix them. Now on to step 2. Find a dropship supplier. Finding a wholesale supplier may sound difficult, but luckily for you, we have an entire directory filled with reputable suppliers, with products from farming equipment to cosmetics. Let me go ahead and show you that right now. So let's say I wanted to find fashion jewelry. I'll go to our directory, find suppliers, fashion jewelry, search suppliers. Supplier type, dropshippers. And now I've got 36 reputable suppliers to choose from. From there, I would find a supplier I like, reach out to them, and then get my business gears turning. Now, before you settle on a supplier, make sure you ask them the following questions. How long will it take an order to be shipped once placed? What shipping methods do they offer? And what are their tracking systems like? What are their quality control systems? Do they offer warranties? Are they able to provide you with updated product photos and videos? The more information you have, the better you're able to serve your customers. Step 3, get a sales tax ID. Sales tax, also known as retail or reseller's license, tax ID, resale number, resale certificate, or vendor's license, is a tax levied on all sales of physical goods to consumers within most states. While it's important that you collect the exact amount of sales tax, otherwise you'll be held responsible for the difference, not all eBay sellers need a sales tax ID. That being said, some wholesale suppliers will require you to have one before they even do business with you. You're going to need to get a sales tax ID if you're in the United States or Canada and running a business, not just selling items from around the house. Applying for a tax ID is easy and inexpensive. You can do it by visiting your local county clerk's office or online. Just Google your state plus sales tax ID. To get a sales tax ID, you may need to be a business entity, a company, or a sole proprietor, which applies to a lot of at-home businesses, and have a federal tax ID number. Step 4. Choose your selling platform. eBay is known as the world's easiest online marketplace for beginners. It's one of the best e-commerce platforms to start off on, but that doesn't mean there aren't other options to choose from. Amazon is the world's largest online marketplace. Because it's a retail marketplace, Amazon has a better venue to sell mass market goods. Most people think that Amazon and eBay are the only options, but we're here to tell you that they're not. Sites like Ruby Lane and Bonanza are also great for new e-commerce store owners. Now, there are other online auction sites to choose from. Not everyone checks eBay first, so try out some other options and see what you can do. With many other sites being free to join, there's not a good reason to not try them. For sellers who are really looking to diversify, consider setting up your own store. SaleHoo Stores actually is offering a free 30-day trial for their stores right now. You can get the information for that in the description below. Try it right after this video. See for yourself. Step 5. Promote your store. If you're just starting out, it may be hard to gain traction with your new store, even if there's not a lot of other competitors. In order to gain a following, you're going to need to work extra hard on promoting your store. Here are 3 strategies to do that. Number 1, build a bomb email list. Research done by Marketing Sherpa found that 60% of marketers realized email marketing produced an ROI, or return on investment, for their company. When asked what the estimated ROI from email marketing programs for the company were, the overall group reported 119%, a figure that's tough for any online store owner to ignore. Number 2, create referral discounts. It's a classic strategy. Get somebody to tell somebody else about your store, give them a slight price drop, and then you have more customers. Uber started a referral program which allowed new customers to get a free ride if they signed up for the app through their friend. You can offer a similar discount by saying something like, sign up for my email and get 10% off your first order. It's a deal. You want it. I know you do. Come on. Number 3, send samples of your products to influencers. Whether you're in the beauty niche or the car niche, having a high-ranking influencer promote your product might be worth it. All you have to do is send them an email, explain what your product is, and if they're down, send it their way. Now, keep in mind that bloggers and influencers get a lot of, hey, try out my product, emails every day, so you're gonna have to find a creative way to stand out. Boom! We've reached the end. Now you should know how to start your own e-commerce store from scratch. Let's get it going. The work is far from over though. Now you have to successfully run your business. But don't worry though, as long as you follow these next tips, you're bound to have a dropshipping business that'll last for years to come. Here's the tips. Continue to update your website. Work on your SEO and create high quality content for your website. That'll help bring in traffic. Maintain a relationship with the supplier. Keep an eye on the products you already have, and when you feel ready for it, consider adding more. Remember, you can use SaleHoo's Market Research Lab to find hot products. Keep up with your customer service. Answer emails and questions, and keep your FAQ page up to date. And finally, stay on top of your social media. Refine your ads, run contests, and promote like crazy. Thanks so much for watching this video, and if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them down below and I will personally answer them. Oh, and hey, make sure you download our latest ebook. The information for that will be in the description. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.